Did you know 75% of landing pages are home pages? So the question is, how good of a homepage do you have on your Shopify store? I'm going to show you how to create the perfect homepage. Let's jump into it. Before getting into specifics, it's important to remember that your homepage needs to be able to communicate effectively for those who are existing customers, but also those who have never even heard of your brand before. Now, this can be a bit complicated, but if you follow some of the steps that I'm going to cover, it'll drastically help you to communicate effectively to not only those who really know your brand and are true fans, but also those who have never heard of you before. So there are 3 questions that sum up everything you need to communicate in the top 30% of your homepage. Who are you? What do you do? And what can the customer expect to receive from you? So first, let's start with who are you? Here you really want to communicate your brand, your slogan, and how you fit into the marketplace. So what is your unique selling proposition? What do you stand for? And what makes you different than other people that are working within the same industry as you? Second is, what do you do? So how are you implementing your mission statement? And lastly, what does the visitor receive? So how can you solve the problem for the visitor that's visiting your Shopify store? The single most important factor of every homepage should be a clear call to action. And this really should be above the fold. So it shouldn't require any scrolling, whether you're on a mobile device or whether you're on a desktop computer. You really want a consumer to be able to take action when they visit your site. So this can be things such as shop our bestseller, shop our top selling product, learn more about why we're doing what we do, learn more about the products and the services that we provide. Essentially, you want to make sure that whatever your top selling proposition is, it's included in that top part of your website, and it's a clear call to action so they know exactly what step they need to take to either learn more or buy now. Second, you want a clear navigation on your homepage. So keep in mind, your homepage really needs to be able to communicate effectively for new customers and existing customers. So one of the most important factors of that is if you do have existing customers, they're going to want to get to where they need to get very quickly. So if they have, if they purchase your best-selling product, you don't want that to be 6 clicks away from your homepage. You want that to be something they can easily get to with 1 or 2 clicks. But conversely, you also want to be able to communicate effectively to those who are new to brand. So maybe they're not looking to get to a product page, but maybe they want to learn more about your company and what you stand for and why you're even in the marketplace and what differentiates you. So all of this comes down to having clear navigation in which any customer or consumer that lands on your website can easily and effectively get to the pages that they're looking to get to with as few clicks as possible. It's also important to remember that you really don't want to utilize navigation that has too many drop downs. These mega menus have really become a thing that was very popular a couple years ago, but you want to try to refine down your navigation and make it clear and simple and concise. You really don't want it where a consumer clicks on your navigation and drops down this huge list of options, because really too many options can be too much of a problem. So try to be clear and concise with your navigation and get consumers to where they want to be with as few clicks as possible. One of the most important factors on your homepage is going to be social proof. And social proof can be implemented in multiple ways, but the whole idea here is really to provide any consumer with confidence that they're making the right decision by choosing your product or service. So this can be implemented in many ways, such as written customer reviews, but you really want to make sure you showcase a diversity of reviews on why your product is so great. maybe as seen in or as seen on, if you've been mentioned on TV shows or magazines or websites. You could show available at these retailers, showing what retailers sell your products. Even statistics, something like over 1 million satisfied customers have purchased our products or services. These are just a few ways in which you can implement social proof, but it's a hugely powerful way to really provide that confidence to any consumer, whether they've purchased once before, twice before, they've never tried your product before. Putting this directly on your homepage is really going to provide that social proof that you need to turn users into customers. Additionally, try to make sure you're staying on brand. So make sure you're using the right typography, not too many different forms of typefaces. You're using your brand's colors. Put a good representation of your brand's logo. Make sure it's a nice, strong presence. You really want to make a homepage extremely powerful with visuals, so that even if a user only visited your homepage once, they'll walk away remembering a lot of the strong aspects of your brand. So make sure you take the time to implement things properly, make sure they follow your brand guidelines, and really try to make it as memorable as possible. So these are just a few strategies for creating a quality homepage. It's just important to remember that when you're creating a homepage and you're designing a homepage, that not only is it going to be a majority of your traffic on your Shopify store, but it's really going to it needs to be tailored for the full spectrum of users that are going to end up there. So that includes your diehard fans all the way to a person that's never heard of your brand before. So utilize some of these strategies and go and build the perfect homepage that'll help you to go and grow your Shopify.